Happy Cinco de Mayo and welcome to Sully's Kitchen. We have a very special episode for you, except we had some technical difficulties. What does that mean? Well, I recorded the whole episode last night, and about half the video from the laptop here didn't save because I didn't have enough room on my laptop. So basically we had 4 options for today. 1, cancel this week's episode. 2, have a blooper video. 3, have a best of clip show. However, there's only been 4 episodes so far, and clip shows are the worst. Or 4, salvage what we have and fill in the blanks in between. May the 4th option be with me. Hi, and welcome to Sully's Kitchen. Today is the day before Cinco de Mayo. I'll break this into 2 parts. So I'm going to work on the pulled pork this evening, and then I'm going to have that cooking in the slow cooker overnight, and then I'm going to keep on with the recipe tomorrow, where I'll be making the pulled pork carnita tacos for Cinco de Mayo. So first of all, I'm going to put a rub together for the pork. 1 teaspoon oregano, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin or ground cumin. I'm not sure which one, how you pronounce it. And 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Mix that up. I said I needed a pork butt. Couldn't find a pork butt or pork or whatever it is. Then it said or a pork shoulder. Couldn't find that. So what I picked up was a pork loin center roast, boneless. So I'm hoping that that can be used for this. So I'm gonna put my rub on. Right, and now it's time to get my favorite cooking tool, my slow cooker, not to be confused with an instant cooker. And then I'm going to put the other ingredients just in the slow cooker with this. 2.5 teaspoons salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 4 garlic cloves. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I'm really sick of mincing garlic with my steak knife. So I have a new idea to shave off some time. Do the normal thing in terms of slapping it down with my knife so I get the juices going in it. Okay, so I got my garlic pieces here now. However, instead of chopping it forever, I decided I'm going to try a cheese grater this time. I may be a genius. The trick to grating is making sure that you stop after your fingers bleed. Minced garlic. It was definitely faster, but I don't think it was as effective. So I think next time I just need to get a real knife. 3/4 cup of orange juice. Well, I just took all of the rub off by pouring that all over it. Anyways, and I actually bought orange juice for this recipe, so didn't have to resort to the homemade marmalade orange juice. Now I'm going to put on the slow cooker, do it for about 8 hours on low. So I'm going to do that overnight, and we'll check back in the morning. Happy Cinco de Mayo! Why am I talking in that accent? It's more like Dracula. Anyways, so in the spirit of Cinco de Mayo, I have chosen to grow out my mustache like Danny Trejo. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I made a Canadian sombrero out of a Frisbee at Tim's Cup, and I have it clipped onto my toque. So we're going to make some pulled pork tacos here. So we left in the pulled pork in the slow cooker overnight. So we're going to check on that in a moment. But first, what we're going to do is make some homemade guacamole. First off, we're going to get the 2 avocados here. I didn't get a chance to feel them or squeeze them. It said in the grocery store, this isn't the time to squeeze. So I had to guess. And now that I'm squeezing, I don't think they're ready. I never said I was an avocadosaur. Let's give it a shot, shall we? So so I got the 2 avocados in there. Next step, I'm going to chop up this tomato. So here's where I lost about a half hour of footage. So I'll speak over what happened. I really need to learn how to chop. The last ingredient is lime juice. The avocado was too hard to mash, so I put some water in a bowl and boiled them in the microwave. Then I grinded the somewhat soft avocado soup in the blender, then strained the water. It actually kind of worked, but made a huge green mess. It looked like I bludgeoned Shrek in the kitchen. I let the guac cool off in the fridge while I moved on to the pork. Wasn't sure how to go about it, but it was pretty easy to do with a fork. For traditional Mexican pulled pork tacos, they say to save the juice that's in the crock pot and fry the pulled pork in the juice prior to serving. All right, I pulled the pork. That doesn't sound good. And now I'm going to shred some cheese. So you can buy the shredded cheese in the bag if you want, but I prefer taking a block of cheese and shredding it myself. I find it just tastes fresher, and cheese is a major part of the taco. Okay, so the rest of the laptop video from here on did not save. I shred the cheese, I pull the pulled pork in the pan with the juice, I heat up the tortillas. I was going to make my own tortillas, but the grocery store was out of masa harina, or whatever that is. Apparently that's what you need to make corn tortillas. Here's the big moment, the leftovers taste test. Delicioso! Thank you for celebrating Cinco de Mayo with me. Typically I'd be on a patio eating tacos and maybe enjoying a Corona, but not that kind. Also, I do have a confession to make. I've been putting off saying this, but I'm a procrastinator. Perhaps if I filmed before Tuesday night, I would have some wiggle room to fix errors before the day of. Oh well, maybe next week. Please share this video with others so that we can spread the word of my quarantine cuisine. Bye!